Yeah, so this signal is referring to only bicycles. Only bicycles. So vero or falso. Il segnale raffigurato indica la presenza di una corsia riservata a biciclette e ciclomotori, and the answer to this question is false. Yeah, and the answer to this question is false. Because this signal goes to only the bicycles. Only bicycles are forbidden to move through. And the question says that il segnale raffigurato indica la presenza di una corsia riservata a biciclette e ciclomotori. And the answer is false. Because of ciclomotori, it is not reserved for bicycles and small motors, but rather it is the prohibition of the transit of bicycle. Our next question. Il segnale raffigurato vieta il transito ai veicoli trainati da asini, vero o falso? And the answer to this question is true. This signal goes to only the vehicles being towed by an animal, whether it's a horse, a donkey, a camel, a cow. Once the vehicle is towed by an animal, that vehicle cannot move through or transit through that road. Il segnale raffigurato. So this significant vieta il transito ai veicoli trainati da asini. So the vehicles towed by donkeys, they are forbidden to move through. And the answer is true. Il segnale raffigurato è un segnale di divieto, vero o falso? Yeah, so guys, these questions are very, very simple. These questions are very, very simple. And the answer to this question is true. Yeah, so this is prohibition signal, un segnale di divieto, and the answer to this question is true. Our next question. Yeah, so I pray that in the official questions, you will come across such very simple and easy questions. Il segnale raffigurato vieta il transito di veicoli a trazione animale, vero o falso? And the answer to this question is false. Yeah, this is not the signal for vehicles towed by animals. No, this one is vehicles being pushed or pulled by one's arms. Yeah, so the answer to this question is false. Yeah, this signal goes to when you are towing, when you are pulling, when you are pushing any vehicle on the road. Because you are pulling or pushing by your arms, you can't move through. when you come across this signal. Il segnale raffigurato vieta il transito anche agli autobus di massa a pieno carico inferiore a 3,5 tonnellate, vero o falso? And the answer to this question is true, guys. Yeah, the answer to this question is true. This signal goes to buses, whether it's a small bus or a big bus, whether it's a school bus, a private bus, tourist buses, public buses. Once it is a bus, it cannot go. So il segnale raffigurato vieta il transito anche agli autobus di massa a pieno carico inferiore a 3,5 tonnellate. So if there's a bus and the total weight of the bus is less than 3.5 tons, it cannot go. Yeah, because we're not talking about the total weight. Once that vehicle is a bus, it cannot move through. And the answer to this question is true. Il segnale raffigurato indica un parcheggio per le biciclette, vero o falso? And indeed, the answer to this question is false. This signal is not indicating any parking for the bicycles. No. It tells us that the transit or the circulation or the passage of bicycle on that road is not permitted. It is forbidden, not a parking for bicycle. No. The transit is forbidden for bicycles. Il segnale raffigurato consente il transito ai motocicli, vero o falso? Please, if only you are online, try to bring your answer. And the answer to this question is false. Il segnale raffigurato consente il transito ai motocicli. So this signal allows or permits the transit of motocicli, the big motors. And the answer to this question is false. Any other vehicle can pass with the exception of big motors. In presenza del segnale raffigurato è consentito il transito alle macchine operatrici destinate a lavori di manutenzione stradale, vero o falso? And indeed, the answer to this question, please, yeah, bring your questions. No, bring your answers to the question. The answer to this question is still, guys, are you there? Don't be confused. The question is very simple, please. Don't be confused. Guys, the answer to this question is true, guys. I see many false. In presenza del segnale raffigurato è consentito il transito alle macchine operatrici a lavori di manutenzione stradale. Guys, the answer is true. I see many false. In the presence of this certificate, it is allowed the transit of operational machine, reserved or designed to do a maintenance on the road, guys. And the answer is true. This signal goes to agricultural machines, but the question is talking about operational machine, guys. Agricultural machines are different from operational machine. They are two different vehicles. We have agricultural machines and operational machines. So if there is operational machine comes across this signal, once the vehicle is operational machine, they can move through. Only agricultural machine cannot move through, but operational machine can move through. So the answer to this question is true, guys. Yeah, I saw that many were confused. Il segnale raffigurato consente il transito ai pedoni, vero o falso? Please don't be confused. Just be confident, okay? You just bring your answer. When you get them wrong, you will know and learn it. So don't worry. And the answer to this question is true. Il segnale raffigurato consente il transito ai pedoni. Guys, the answer is true. This signal goes to only the bicycles. If you are a cyclist and you see this signal, you can't move through. But if you're a pedestrian, you can move through. So this signal goes to only the vehicle or the image you see in the signal. So pedestrians are allowed to move through, while cyclists cannot move through. So apart from cyclists, every vehicle can move through. Il segnale raffigurato indica una strada riservata ai venditori ambulanti, vero o falso? Guys, these questions, these images, they have the simple and the easy questions ever. To these signals, they have the simple and the easiest questions. And the answer to this question is false. Il segnale raffigurato. So this sign figure indica una strada riservata. It is indicating a reserved road. Ai venditori ambulanti. We are talking about the road or the street sellers. The people selling things on the road. Either they have their staffs on their head walking around or with truck selling them around there. Yeah. And the answer to this question is false. The road is not reserved for street or road sellers. No. This one means that if your Carello or your machine or your vehicle is being pulled or pushed by one's arms, you can't use the road. It is not reserved for street or road sellers. Il segnale raffigurato consente il transito dei ciclomotori, vero o falso? And the answer to this question is true. Il segnale raffigurato consente il transito dei ciclomotori. Of course, if you are riding your small motor, when you see this signal, you are permitted to move through because your motor is not pushed or pulled by your arms. It's not a Carello or it's not a vehicle whereby before it can move, it has to be pulled or pushed. So the answer to this question is true. If you're riding your small motor or a motor, you are permitted to move through the road. Il segnale raffigurato consente il transito ai motocicli, vero o falso? Yeah, these questions are the easiest questions of this Patente B. In terms of these signals, guys, they are the easiest. Yeah, so please don't give up. Yeah, we have many things to learn, but we are going to make it. Just believe in yourself. By hook or crook, this year, it doesn't matter how many times you are going to try, but this year is our year, and we are going to see success. We are going to claim the victory. Il segnale raffigurato consente il transito ai motocicli, and the answer to this question is true because this question goes to only this signal goes to only the pedestrians. Pedestrians cannot move through. Apart from pedestrians, any other vehicle can go. So motors can go, except pedestrian. Yeah, guys, we are going to make it. We are not counting our failures. Of course, at times you have to fail before you win. Yeah, in a game, it's either you win or you lose. But this battle is a victorious battle. You're not going to fail. So just believe that. I just believe that you are going to claim the victory by force. Yeah, you are taking it by force. In presenza del segnale raffigurato è consentito il transito ai scolabus, vero o falso? Yeah, we are going for the victory by force. By force. And the answer to this question is false. This signal says that buses are not allowed to transit, whether it's a private buses, public buses, school buses, tourist buses. Once the vehicle is a bus, it cannot transit. As simple as that. And the question says that il segnale raffigurato è consentito il transito ai scolabus. So school buses can pass. No, school buses they cannot pass because they are also buses. Il segnale raffigurato consente il transito di autovetture che trainano un carrello appendice, vero o falso? Indeed, the answer to this question is true. This signal says that if you are towing a vehicle, whether you are pulling or pushing by your arms, you can't transit. And the question says that il segnale raffigurato consente il transito di autovetture che trainano un carrello appendice. So this with this signal, okay, if a vehicle is towing a trolley or a trailer, okay, whether it's a trolley, a trailer, or other vehicles, indeed they can pass because towing vehicle with your arms is different from a vehicle towing trolley or a vehicle towing other vehicles. So it's because they are vehicles towing they can pass. But if you are towing with your arms, you can't pass. As simple as that. Il segnale raffigurato si trova soltanto sulla rete stradale delle aziende agricole, vero o falso? And the answer to this question is false. The question says that il segnale raffigurato si trova soltanto. So this signal is found only sulla rete stradale delle aziende agricole. So this signal is only found on the road that leads to the agriculture factories. Come on, guys, the answer to this question is false. Yeah, so the road leading to agriculture factories. The answer to this question is false. No. These signals can be found in centro abitato, strada, extraurbana secondaria, principale, and even autostrada, of course. So you know that if you have agriculture machine, you can't move through where you see this signal. Not only a certain part of the road that leads to the agriculture factory. No, the answer is false. Il segnale raffigurato consente il transito ai motocicli dotati di cellula di sicurezza, vero o falso? And the answer to this question is false. Il segnale raffigurato consente il transito ai motocicli dotati di cellula di sicurezza. When you say cellula di sicurezza, you are talking about the motors with the closing body. Yeah, we have some motors. Yeah, their upper body, they are closed. And the law says that if you are riding a motor and you have the upper body closed, you can drive that motor without a helmet. Helmet must be worn if the motor you are riding has no protection. But once you have an enclosed upper body, yeah, a protection, you can ride the motor without helmet. So this question says that if the motor has a protection, you are allowed to move through. And the answer is false. No. Once it's a big motor, you can't go. Not because whether it has a protection or no protection. Il segnale raffigurato vieta il transito dei veicoli a motore durante le ore di mercato, vero o falso? Yeah, so guys, let's pray that indeed, yeah, when you go in for your official exams, your questions will be very, very easy and very, very simple. Yeah, and indeed, for sure, the official exams these days are all standard. They are understandable, they are very clear and very easy. So the answer to this question is false. And this signal says that you are forbidden to pull or push any vehicle on that road. So if that road, your vehicle is being pulled or pushed by your arms, you can't move through. The question says that il segnale raffigurato vieta il transito dei veicoli a motore durante le ore di mercato. And who says this signal is reserved for marketing, or where people, you know, it's a market. No, we're not talking about any marketplace over here. Yeah, so the question says that it is forbidden the transit of vehicles with an engine during marketing hours. And the answer is false. Because this one doesn't mean that there is a market there where vehicles are forbidden to move to when the market is in progress. No. The answer to this question is false. Il segnale raffigurato obbliga i pedoni a circolare sul margine sinistro della carreggiata, vero o falso? And how can you get this question wrong, guys? Yeah, these are all bonuses. Indeed, there are some questions that are very, very simple, and some are a little bit tricky, but these questions are very simple, guys. Very, very simple. In terms of the signals we have, very, very simple. And the answer to this question is false. This signal means that pedestrians are not allowed to move through. Apart from pedestrian, any other vehicle can go. Bicycles, buses, trucks, autobus, auto caravan, and the rest. Vehicles towed by animals, they can all pass, but pedestrians cannot pass. And the question says that il segnale raffigurato. So this sign figure obbliga I pedoni. So it obliges pedestrians a circolare sul margine sinistro della carreggiata. So it obliges pedestrians to circulate on the left side of the carreggiata. And the answer to this question is false. In presenza del segnale raffigurato è consentito il transito hai autocarri, vero o falso? And the answer to this question is true because this signals goes to only buses, school buses, tourist buses, private buses, public buses. Once, even if it's your personal private bus, you are not allowed to move through. The question says that in presenza del segnale raffigurato è consentito il transito ai autocarri. And the answer to this question is true. Trucks can pass. Trucks are not buses. So trucks can pass. Yeah, guys, we are going to make it this year. In presenza del segnale raffigurato è consentito il transito ai autobus turistici, vero o falso? And indeed, the answer to this question is false. In presenza del segnale raffigurato è consentito il transito. So, tourist buses, they are allowed to move through or to transit through the road. And the answer is false because tourist buses are also buses. School buses are buses. Whether it's a private, public, they are all buses. So once it's a bus, it cannot move through. So the answer to this question is false. In presenza del segnale raffigurato è consentito il transito di veicoli sgombraneve, vero o falso? Yeah, guys. Yeah. By looking through your answers, you are doing very, very good. So, guys, keep it up. Yeah. The best teacher is you yourself to learn and understand. So, please don't give up. Don't give up. Yeah. So, the answer to this question is true. In presenza del segnale raffigurato è consentito il transito che del sgombra neve. Yeah, so the machines that are used to clear off the snows from the road, of course, those vehicles are allowed to move through. Because those vehicles are operational machines. They are not agricultural machines. They are not agricultural machines, so they can go where the signals are located. Il segnale raffigurato vieta il transito anche agli autobus di massa a pieno carico inferiore a 3,5 tonnellate, vero o falso? And the answer to this question is true. Yeah, so this goes to all the buses, whether it's a big bus or a small bus. Il segnale raffigurato. So this sign figure, vieta il transito. So it's forbidding the transit also of buses with a weight less than 3.5. And the answer to this question is true. Here, we are not talking about the weight of the bus. We are talking about the vehicle being a bus cannot move through. Pedestrian can go, truck can go, auto, caravan, bicycles, motors, except buses. As simple as that. Il segnale raffigurato consente il transito alle biciclette, vero o falso? And the answer to this question is true. Bicycles are allowed to move through, but pedestrians are forbidden. Bicycles can go, pedestrians cannot go. So please don't give up. I want to challenge each one of you. Who said we can't make it? Yeah, who said you can't make it? You have to prove that indeed we are capable. And indeed we are, guys. God bless you. And this year is our year. So please don't give up.